to my, there we go, recording in progress. So it said noon, so I'm a little bit early. I'm a military guy, so I get things going early. But I'll just start off with this before I actually start with the information. So when you're getting into real estate, or if you are a realtor, it's always really important to have a great broker. And here's the great news. There's a ton of great brokers out there. Today, what I'm going to be showing you, I'm not saying ours is any better than any other broker, because it may not be the right fit for you. But here's what I would encourage you if you're an agent or you're thinking about getting into real estate, is to interview multiple brokers and see which one is the best fit for you. That's super important. You got to make sure they have the right community for you. Also, the ones that are going to be offering you the best split. Hang on right here. I'm going to pin myself to this. Beautiful. So I got some people logging in here. This thing's starting at noon. But again, there's all kinds of things more than just what's the split my broker gives me. What are all the other benefits that are involved? And a lot of agents get this myopic focus just targeted on one thing. Today, we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. We're going to be talking about, of course, we'll be talking about your split. You know, it's not about how much you make in real estate. It's really about how much you keep, right? How much ends up going into your pocket. We're going to be talking about some things as far as besides just cranking out transactions over and over again on the hamster wheel. We're going to be talking a little bit about building some retirement. That's pretty important. There's a lot of realtors out there with zero retirement. You see them selling in their 70s and 80s. And yes, maybe they love real estate and they still want to be doing that at that time in their career. But a lot of them are doing it because they have to, not because they want to, right? And that's the bucket of real estate I want to be in. Is I want to be selling real estate because I want to when I'm later, right? So we're talking about that. We're going to talk about the split. We're going to talk about retirement. We're going to talk about some residual income. You know, in real estate, we all know this as agents. If you're getting into real estate, you're going to learn this. Income goes up and it goes down, right? It's commission based. You eat what you kill, basically. But what if you could build some residual income on the side? We have a great program through our revenue sharing program. Also, what about building equity in your business? You know, we tell renters all the time, buy a house, don't rent. You're just pissing your money away when you're renting, right? What if you were just renting your real estate business? Think about that as realtors. That's a punch in the gut when I first heard that. I was like, ooh, that's painful, right? We tell buyers, all the renters all the time, you should buy a house because they're building equity as they're going along, making their payments like they're when they're building equity. Well, what if you could be building equity in your business so that you have something left over, like you own a piece of the company? That's a big, big deal. And by the way, you do that without becoming a broker. And what about training and mentorship? Like training and mentorship, there's a lot of great, like I said, there's a ton of great training out there. There's my cat's going to join this. So that's great. I just fed you a whole can of food, but she's going to get in here anyways and talk about it. But, you know, they offer a lot of great training, but a lot of brokers charge for their training. Like you're already paying them a split and things like that. And then they're going to ask you to pay money to train you to sell more houses so that they can make more money along with you. I don't get that. You know, hey, I was a part of that ecosystem like that before, where we spent thousands and thousands of extra dollars paid to the broker for training. We're going to talk today about how the training can be included. And then also mentorship. Who's going to mentor you to get you to that next level? It's very important that you have somebody who is financially aligned with you. That's the key, financially aligned, to help you get to where you want to go. Because when you're financially aligned, they're more likely to help you. And what if that mentorship could be included too? Of course, there's great mentors out there that you could go and you can hire. And we have a ton of them at EXP. In fact, I think all of them are with us. Sean Kokoska, Krista Mayshore, Tim and Julie Harris, Jay Kinder. I know I'm missing a bunch that are out there, so I apologize I didn't say your names. But all the big coaches are over at EXP too, and you can hire them also if you want. But our financial model that I'm going to show you really makes us so we're financially aligned. So you have people not just cheering you on, but actually getting in the trenches with you and helping you do better. People like Stacy and I have been selling real estate here in Columbus since 1997, right? Stacy started when she was 6. When she sees that, when she sees us, hopefully that'll make her happy. But so we're going to talk about those things. We're also talking about leads. what type of lead gen does your company have for you, right? You've got to have leads coming in to make money. So we're going to talk about all that. For those of you who don't know me, you see this on my Facebook page or something like that, or somebody sent this to you. My name is Jim Lambright. My wife, Stacy, and I, like I said, have been selling real estate since 1997. She started then. I started in 2000. And I've sold thousands of homes here in Central Ohio, always been top performers. But one thing we didn't learn until late in our career was that the idea of being on the real estate hamster wheel, constantly have to churn deals. And look, we made a ton of money. The problem was when we stopped working, that money stopped. So we had to constantly crank. And the model we were in didn't really allow us to have much time to enjoy all that money, right? You're working your ass off to make all this money. Where's the time and the business model set up so that you could actually enjoy life? Look, we have one pass at this thing, one shot. And I doubt you want to be the richest person in the graveyard. You want to be somebody who had the richest life experiences in the graveyard when you get to the end. If that's you, you're going to see what we're going to do here. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to run through some of the corporate slides. I'm going to go off script quite a bit, but I want to talk to you about EXP Realty. Stacey and I were shown it 3 years ago, and it has absolutely changed our real estate life. What it taught us was this, is that as an agent, without having to become a broker, you could have the benefits of being a broker. Okay, so all the benefits of being a broker, what are those? Residual income, right? Monthly residual income coming in, ownership in the company, leverage, all those types of things that actually are a business where you can actually walk away from your business for periods of time and it keeps running and you keep getting paid. That's having money and time together at the same time. And that's how you get a life worth living, being able to do things. I'll just give you an example. I mean, lots of big baller agents out there, way bigger than us, but I just want to give you an idea of what happened to us in 2020, in the middle of a pandemic. We decided that while the rest of the world went on lockdown, we were going to go live life. I'm in my 50s, Stacy's in her 20s still, and we said, we're going to get out and enjoy life. And so we traveled. We took 6 2-week vacations in 2020. And during that time, because of the models I'm going to show you with EXP, we were able to get paid on 309 closings and 69 million in real estate sales while taking 6 months worth of vacations. I'm sorry, 6 2-week vacations, not 6 months, 6 2-week vacations. And where did we go? We were in the Virgin Islands. We were down in Florida a bunch. We were all over the place, and we had a great time and we enjoyed life, but our business didn't miss a beat. Well, how do we do that? Well, it's with EXP's model that we're showing. Let me show you how this thing works. So I'm going to share my screen. Let's see how this works here. Hopefully it doesn't kill my Facebook live stream. If it does, I'll repost the link later on here. But let's see if I can get this pulled up. There I am there. Let's see, my screen sharing is on. I don't know if, it looks like Facebook Live is still running good. So I hope you guys are still on board with this thing. So let's take a look at what we've got right here. So this is just an introduction to EXP Realty. We're an international business, international company, but this is going to be the United States version of that. So what I want to show you today is just who we are, our business model, and how we conduct our business, our EXP world, and some of the solutions we have to help make your business run more like a business and less like a job. A lot of realtors, all you have is, and all we had in the past was we just owned our own job. We thought we owned our own business, but we really owned our own job. When we stopped working, the money stopped coming in. And I'll show you how, if you like everything, how you can get started. Okay. So here's where we started. I'll tell you a little story about real estate. You know, real estate started back in 1906 with Mr. Coldwell and Mr. Banker. I've got Glenn's face covered up. Let me move my face down here. So I'm not covering up Glenn, our founder. But 1906, they got together, Mr. Coldwell and Mr. Banker, and they created real estate. And for 103 straight years, real estate ran the same way. But there were some market disruptors that came in and changed things up a little bit, right? You had Century 21 come in. You had Keller Williams come in and ReMax come in and people like that. And they changed it, but it was still fundamentally the same. It was a franchise model, okay? A franchise model or a broker owner model if you became an independent. That was the two models that were out there, and it was done that way for 103 years. Well, Glenn Sanford started real estate in 2002, and what he figured out as a major performer is that going and becoming a broker in the old models, right, of just the broker owner model or the franchise model had a lot of flaws to it. There was a lot of flaws for the agents and a lot of flaws for the brokers. Here's what he found out for the agents. Agents were retiring. Agents were ending up with no health care, no retirement, nothing they owned at the end. And they were selling houses because they had to, slogging away at the end, 70s and 80s, competing with people in their 20s and 30s. And that was not a graceful way to retire for a thing that can be such an incredible career. So Glenn said, look, I'm going to try an experiment. In 2009, after 103 years of it being done the same way, he goes, I'm not just going to create another broker to go along with the Coldwells and the Century 21s and the ReMaxes and the Keller Williams and everything like that. He goes, I'm going to create EXP Realty and I'll make it completely different. I'm going to be a market disruptor and I'm going to completely change everything. And look, it's an experiment. It may not work. No one had ever done it before this way. And he said, I'm going to take a shot at it. Here's what I'm going to do. The people that join me, if it makes it, they're going to be in for the ride of their life because I'm going to give them a piece of the action. So here's what happened in 2009, he founded EXP Realty and we moved along, and EXP started off as anything does, kind of slow in the beginning, right? We didn't start off super fast. And after a couple of years, we started to pick up, and then we opened internationally. We opened up in Canada, and then we brought out a thing called the Icon Award, where agents can earn better than 100% split if they're top performers. You're gonna hear me talking about the split in this thing. We have the best split in the industry, bar none. If you are a producer, we have the best split in the industry. You can't find a better one than what we have if you're a producer. And I'll show you that and prove to you. Some of you are like, what? No, you can't say that. Yes, I can. And I'll prove it to you here in just a little bit. Look at that, 2017, we reached the 10,000 agent mark in 2017 after just 8 years. Now, why is that a big deal? Because you're like, oh, well, who cares, right? Here's why. All those big companies, by the way, 10,000 is kind of the benchmark number that says, hey, we're here, like we're real, like we're here to stay at 10,000. Just so you know, all those other companies, Coldwell, Century 21, ReMax, Keller Williams, all of them took more than 20 years to get to the 10,000 agent mark. All of them are great companies, by the way. 20 years to get to the 10,000 agent mark. We did it in 8. It was a record-shattering growth that no one has ever seen in the real estate industry. And it's because of the things I'm going to be showing you here in a second. You stick around as to why we're attracting more than 1,000. We're attracting almost 1,000 agents a week right now that are coming in. We're over 55,000 agents now, right? So here we go, 2018, EXP started giving stock to agents that are with us, ownership in the company, so you have some equity. We'll talk about that here in a second. But it was big, and it's big growth. Look, it's no longer an experiment. It's now the fastest growing real estate company in history, and there's reasons for it. You're going to see why, because we are agent-centric. Everything that Glenn and the team built for EXP Realty was to be an agent-owned brokerage. The agents own it. It's our brokerage. We don't have to go become a broker to get the benefits of being a broker, and I'll show you what we're talking about. Okay, so let's go on here. So here we go. As agents climbed all through the end of 2020, 40,000 agents have December 14th of 2020, 20,000. We just had a slide the other day that came out, 55,000 agents now in June, and we are growing massively. Projections are we'll be bigger than ReMax this time next year. And a year later than that, in 2023, at the current growth rate, will be bigger than Keller Williams. And that's how the growth's happening. Why? You're sitting there going, why? Why is this happening? I'm going to show you. Okay. One of the reasons is our core values. Now, every brokerage has their core values as to what's important and things like that. But we have beliefs that shape our culture, right? And everybody's got a great culture in their brokers and things like that. But look, one of our sayings is this is what Stacy and I love: making real estate fun again. Look, if you're somebody who's been doing this for a couple of decades, of course you love your buyers and sellers. I know, of course, we love all ours. But after 20, 30 years of doing the same thing, real estate stops being fun. It's still a great living. You still love your clients, but the funness part starts to go away, right? With EXP, we're making real estate fun again. It is one of our core values, having a good time, and it has reignited Stacy and I for real estate. Our love for our clients had never stopped or slowed down, but it was just the job, the business, the grind of it. And this has completely changed it for us. You're going to see a bunch of technology as far as why we are very agile and we are able to grow, and why we thrived in the middle of a pandemic because of our business model and how we're set up. Integrity and transparency. I love transparency. The fact that here, every agent is on equal footing. It doesn't matter if you sell one house a year or 1,000 houses a year. Everybody starts off the same with EXP. There's no special deals. Anybody's getting cut. It doesn't matter how gazillion-dollar mega producer we are. You're going to be on the same platform as everybody else, and that's great. I was at a brokerage before. Everybody's like, well, what split do you have? What split do you have? What split do you have? Everybody was wondering, right? Because certain top performers got a certain better split than others, and just create a lot of animosity. We don't have that. The other thing we have is collaboration. We're all in the same field. Here's what you're going to love. All of us are financially aligned at EXP because we all own the company. So we all help each other. We are incentivized financially, not just out of the goodness of our heart. We are incentivized financially to help each other, sell more houses, grow the company, help recruit more agents, grow it together so that we can drive the stock up, so we can all have more money and we can all retire gracefully sooner. And when I say retire, by the way, I'm talking about retirement. Maybe our clients are watching this and stuff like that. Retirement doesn't mean never selling real estate again. Retirement means selling real estate because you want to, not because you have to. Stacey and I have already said we're going to sell real estate until we die, but we're going to pick and choose the deals that we want as we get older. You know, I'm not going to be out there with a walker taking people along. You know, I might do a deal at that time when I'm all crippled up like that, you know, as far as ones that I want, but I'm not going to be doing them because I have to. And that's a big difference, because that was our past plan with where we were at. We were just going to sell houses until we died because we had to. It did not look very good. So what's our business model look like? Here it is. Here's what Glenn said. Okay. Glenn said, I'm going to create something completely different. We're going to be the young, new, upstart, complete market disruptor that comes in, and we're going to use technology to do it. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take brick and mortar locations and we're going to get rid of them. We're going to get rid of them. People threw a fit when he said that. What? No office? What do you mean? No, we're going to have a different kind of office. We're going to use Regis Suites as our office, where you can go there and use it when you want to. But most of the time when you meet with a client, look, you're going to Starbucks or you're going to their house for the listing, right? He says, I'm going to take all that money being spent by brokers on brick and mortar, and I'm going to put it back in the pockets of the agents. How about that, right? Now, people said it would never work. They said the same thing about Netflix with Blockbuster. Netflix will never destroy Blockbuster. Amazon will never destroy Circuit City or big box companies, right? They said it would never work, and it did. It's technology, and what we're finding is the people have spoken with EXP, and with the way we are growing, the realtors have spoken. Realtors would rather have that money in their pocket than have some office. And like I said, we do have office space that we share that you can use. We'll talk about that here in a little bit, how Regis Suites works as far as that goes. But so check this out. We are not a franchise. That's a big deal. Like, if you don't understand franchises, let me tell you about franchises. Franchises are this pyramid of money that goes up. Oh, the dreaded pyramid. Oh my gosh. Somebody say pyramid scheme. No, not pyramid scheme. It's a pyramid where you have the international company up top, and they sell regions, and the regions underneath there sell franchises, and the franchise get these owners involved, and they have all this paid staff, and then the realtors are at the bottom. The realtors have to pay these hefty splits to pay money going all the way up, all these royalties. You know, a brokerage I was at before, we had our normal split, and then we also paid an extra 6% off every deal to go to God knows where, somebody up the chain of the pyramid up top to pay some franchise fee, right? We don't have that. We're not a franchise. We are one brokerage, not a franchise. We're one international company. We're changing the industry. Look, we don't have any costly overhead. We're not locally confined. In fact, Stacy came up with the hashtag. She should have patented it. Sell local, build global. That's her hashtag. You know, other brokerages, you have inconsistent growth opportunities. There's not a lot of opportunity for you to own the company. Most brokerages, you're going to have to go out and start your own company to be able to own it. They also have limited technology and support. Basically, whoever's like the smartest person inside your office is where you get all your technology from. See, EXP is totally different than that, in that we have a cloud campus environment. No desk fees, work from anywhere. If you can access the internet, which you're watching this right now, that's what you can do. You have all your support there. Live training, 50+ hours a week, online training. It's in the cloud. You can go get it. You create a little avatar. If you don't know what an avatar is, I didn't know what it was. It's a little cartoon character of yourself. And you go to a live class. You can raise your hand. You can dance. You can talk to the people sitting next to you. It's just like being in college with less beer. We do have parties that you can have in the world, but we have real-time support. Here's the great part. When you're not locally confined, like your normal brick and mortar office is, you can hire the best talent in the world. And that's what Glenn found, is that some people have great talent, but they don't want to relocate. Well, he just puts them in the cloud. So you might have somebody one day from Minneapolis who's helping you, and another person from Dallas, right? The best talent in the world, and they work in the cloud as an avatar. You can go see them and get live help, instant live help. Never had this good of support anywhere. I loved our old brokerages where we were at, but this is the best support that you can get. Like if your MCA is on a 2-week cruise, you don't have to have checks being held up, right? There's somebody here in the cloud that can handle it, and it works great. International collaboration, our international is amazing. You can actually grow your organization internationally and get paid on deals in other countries. I'll show you how that works. And of course, powerful equity opportunities. You can build a revenue share with us, a monthly income that comes in every single month. And I'll show you that in a little bit. And then stock equity programs. Own a piece of the business, man. Look, you're going to build the business anyways. You're going to work on it. Why not build net worth in your business? Why not? Right? And Stacey and I have built, we're not allowed to say how much it is anymore. I got yelled at for this. But just so you know, if you want to hit me up privately, I will open up our back office and show it to you. It's a bunch. I almost said a bad word. It's a ton. And you'll be amazed at what we've done in less than 3 years as far as equity in the business, owning it, and a monthly revenue share that comes in. I'll show you all of it. You can see it. Just not talking about it on here, just because we're a publicly traded company and there's all kinds of rules about that, stuff like that, because I'm not giving stock advice. I'm just telling you, how cool is it to be able to sell real estate, earn stock, and then also be able to buy some stock too, taking it out of your transactions. It's very cool. Trust me. It's awesome. All right. So let's talk about this. So we talked about this. No desk fees, work from area, cut brick and mortar costs, put that money back in your pocket. No expensive leases and stuff like that. That's more money back in your pocket. We do paperless transactions, get instant access to training, 50 hours a week of live training. I'm going to roll through these because I already talked on them a little bit. On-demand support services. Look, they work from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll bet your office where you're at, the office staff doesn't work that doesn't put in that many hours for you on that. International collaboration, we're in 16 countries right now. We keep opening them all over the place. This slide right here shows United Kingdom, Australia, and South Africa. They can also add Israel, Hong Kong, Brazil, Colombia. It's an old slide. I apologize on that. But we are all over Portugal, Spain, France. Yeah, you get it. Okay. We are blowing up, and we're going to open roughly 4 to 5 countries a quarter as we expand all around the world. Now, you can become a shareholder at EXP Realty, and here's how it works. You can earn shares with your first transaction. You can earn shares when you cap out. You can earn share when an agent you sponsor closes their first transaction. You can sponsor agents to EXP and get a little bonus off of some stock, some equity in the company by helping them sell their first house. When you become an Icon agent, Stacey and I are 3-time Icon Agent Award earners with EXP. And what happens is you can get $16,000 worth of stock back from your cap that you paid in. We'll be talking about cap here in a little bit, as far as we're on an 80-20 split with a $16,000 cap. You're in the Icon Agent Award, you get that $16,000 back. which puts you at 100% split. And if the stock goes up in value, which I can show you, you love it if you see it. Again, not giving any advice. We have to do this privately when we do it, not giving any stock advice for the people that are out there watching want to turn me into compliance. I'm not giving any stock advice. I'm just saying, if it went up, it's better than 100% split. And that's the best split in the world, right? Also, you're going to roll to be paid 5% of every transaction with stock at a 10% discount. Now, if Dave Ramsey was on here, he would tell you, if you get stock at a 10% discount, they're taking 5% off your commission off the top to buy stock at a 10% discount, and you can go and sell that later. You make 10% on your money in a month. That's just good business. That's what Dave would tell you. All right. No Dave Ramsey on there. So our revenue share plan works like this. See, you can receive revenue share income from the company from the sales activity of the productive agents you sponsor in the company. Now, notice I did not say you're getting money. You're taking some of the commission from the people that you bring on. That's the old team model. See, when you build a team in the old days, we were taught how to build a team, and you build a team and you bring agents on for a worse split than what you get. Follow me on this. They bring you on the team with a worse split than what you get, and you keep some of their money, right? And what do they get? Well, maybe you're giving them some leads, maybe you're giving them some coaching and things like that. That's not what we're doing here. That's not what we're doing here. Agents come in, they do transactions, they pay their split to the broker. The broker then shares back to the people who are the owners who helped build the company, which is who? Remember, that's us. Shares that back every month, and that's what you're going to get. You're going to share back 50% of the revenue that comes in from agents that you introduced and that they introduced and they introduced. That's how it works. We get paid down 7 tiers deep. For those of you who are going, what's that talking about? It's the same model as Keller Williams had. Glenn came from that ecosystem. And what's a tier? Well, here's a tier. You introduce somebody, they'd be in your tier 1. They named you as a sponsor, right? And so when they sell houses, you get paid a piece of the revenue share of the revenue that they paid to the company. Well, don't you think they would like to, the people that you bring in, don't you think they would also like to earn some revenue share? Of course they would. They would be on your tier 2 because they would name that person a sponsor. And tier 2 people would introduce people to tier 3. You get the idea, right? Agents introducing agents. That's how we're growing. That's how Keller Williams became the biggest real estate company in the world, was this 7-level recruiting model they had. The difference between the two is we pay off the revenue where the other company pays off the profit, right? And so for those of you who don't know how to do business on it, revenue comes in, expenses come out, what's left over is the profit. Even my cat gets it. The problem is if the expenses are really big, guess what happens to the profit that's left over? Sometimes it's not a lot, sometimes it's none, right? Well, we pay off the revenue off the top before the expenses come out. And that, my friends, is a game changer. And when we saw that, that's when we knew this is the real deal. I can explain all this thing to you later, but so check this out. So you're like, well, no, some of you are still panicked over the no office thing from the beginning. We do have an office. It's the real estate office of the future, but it is available today. It's a cloud campus environment. You can get together, you can meet and talk, do whatever it is you need, go to class, go to training, things like that. But you go as an avatar. You want the best part? You can go in your pajamas. This is what it looks like. You'll have your own little avatar. You can go to the different classrooms. In fact, I can get you a guest pass to check it out. We checked it out because I had never made an avatar before. So I was kind of like, I don't know, how's this going to work? And it was super simple. And I was actually a Rastafarian man for a while. I looked really cool when going through there. I surprised Stacy one day in the world. She hears my voice, but I had an avatar, did not look like me, but it was pretty funny. I had long dreadlocks. It was cool. Anyways, so we do fun stuff too. You go play some soccer games, take a ride on some motorboats. But what type of solutions do we have? Well, some of the really cool stuff we have is healthcare. Healthcare. Look at this. 1/3 of agents are uninsured in any given year, according to NAR. That is nuts. At EXP Realty, we're proud to offer EXP Agent Healthcare. Now, how cool is that? It provides U.S. EXP Realty agents with innovative and low-cost healthcare choices. You can get a quote with us. Let me know. I can get you a link. You can get a quote. Figure it out. Almost everybody I'm talking to, it's saving them money, even from their spouse's corporate account, I've heard that our EXP program is working. And why does it work? Because we have a giant group, 55,000 agents and growing. Does that make sense? Right? The bigger the group, typically your healthcare costs go down. Okay, and that's what we're looking at. There's EXP Agent Healthcare. Just get with me. I can get you a quote, get you the person to show you what we've got going on. You'll love it, and you'll be super happy, right? We also use some really cool stuff. Our communications. One of the things I loved about EXP is I didn't have to learn a bunch of new communication stuff. Right? I'm an old dog. I don't want to be taught new tricks. I tell people this: do you know how to use Gmail? Great, you can use our email program. This is on the Gmail platform. Do you know how to use Facebook? Even if you don't like Facebook, do you know how to use it? Yes, well, great. We have a thing called Workplace by Facebook. It's a private EXP community inside Facebook that doesn't have all this Facebook BS going on with it. It's a closed ecosystem, but you can post things in there. You can create groups, you message inside it. It is awesome. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. That's great. And you'll love that. So our back office looks like this, super simple to see, everything at your fingertips that you would need to grow your business. This is what Workplace by Facebook looks like with EXP. It's really awesome. Our lead gen system's incredible. We use a thing called KV Core that is built just for EXP. It's set up for EXP and branded with it, things like that. And it is an amazing program to generate warm inbound leads from your social media network, as well as if you want to ramp it up, we have a lead gen system that you can use. And we have a low-cost lead gen system, and we have a no-cost lead gen system that we can show you. Get with me. I'll show you how that works. This thing has ran way too long already. Our marketing branding, click a button, hit print, or click send to me, and it's there to you the next day. We've got preferred vendors that we're using, really incredible companies that we get amazing discounts from because we are such a huge company. We can negotiate really great stuff on that. One thing I want to point out on here real quick is express offers. I thought they had a slide for it, but they don't. Express offers is the program to combat the iBuyer campaign. You know what the iBuyer campaign is? It's where we have Silicon Valley right now who are trying to put realtors out of business, right? And EXP Express Offers is Glenn's program to combat those guys, where the consumers can still get the same benefits of having cash offers brought to their home, but it's brought through an agent. They're not cutting agents out of the deal. If you're an agent and you're watching this, I want you to hear this. We have billions and billions and billions of dollars, cash dollars, behind you as an EXP agent, where you can offer sellers cash offers out of the gate on their property. You can be their fiduciary duty. You can show them, here's what you would get on the cash offer from here. Here's what would happen if we actually went and we listed it, how that would work. And with the Express Offers campaign, if they choose the Express Offers will take the property, freshen it up, new carpet, paint, whatever it does, rehab it completely, whatever it is, and they'll relist it with you. I hope you heard that. The deal that these investors have is not only do they have to buy it with you, but they have to relist it with you. You get paid twice on the same transaction if you're an agent. We can get into that more in depth on how that works, but I want to make sure I cover that. No one has this, by the way. No one has this program. No other broker out there. This is unique to us, along with our stock program and our revenue share and things like that. Express Offers is amazing. Okay, so here's the thing about EXP. Everybody's talking about us. If you're reading it on Inman, everywhere out there, Market Watch. We have an amazing program for agents because of what we offer for agents. That's why we're growing so fast. It's all about the agents, not about the broker, not about the franchise, not about the region. It's not about that. It's about the agent. Why? Because we own it. So it works like this. Here's the cost. We're gonna get this. You can take a snapshot of this so I can send it to you if you want it. But here's how we work. 80-20 commission split with a $16,000 cap. What's that mean? If you don't know what that means once you've paid $16,000 into the broker for the year, that would be your fiscal year with them, you'll be at 100% for the rest of that, right? So just to give you an idea, like Stacy capped out in, I'm going to get this wrong, but I think it was 49 days. She capped out in 49 days. September 1st is always her date, right? When she started. Capped out in 49 days, ran at 100%. And then it was less than a couple months later, she hit icon again and then got her $16,000 cap back in company stock. So literally ran it better than 100% the entire year. It is an amazing program. We don't have any of these royalty fees or anything like that that you have to pay. Our standard costs are this, though. There's a $149 startup fee. That's how much it is to get started. It's going to include your first month's fee as well as your business cards and some swag, stuff like that, like a name tag. You get a name tag and things like that with it, right? And then I think it was 2 name tags actually. And then $85 per month, your cloud brokerage fee. What's that include? That includes all of your training. That includes all of your tech. It includes your lead gen system, all that stuff included. It's just one fee, $85. Okay. That just comes out every single month. And then per deal, there is a $25 broker review fee. That's for the broker to review it, make sure you're compliant, right? To keep your license good. And then a $40 risk management fee. And just so you know, that caps out at $500, right? So that means you won't pay it on all the deals. That's just on like your first 12 deals that you'll pay on that because you've already paid enough in for the risk management to cover it for that. And so, a lot of people say a lot of things about EXP. We catch a lot of hate. Look, it's all right. Market disruptors, we tend to catch hate. I was with some of the other companies I mentioned before when we were new to the marketplace, and we caught hate with them back then too. It's no problem. When you're coming in and you're changing the status quo, people aren't going to like it, especially the people who are benefiting from things being the old way. It's just the way it is. I'm sure that there's a lot of big box stores and stuff like that hate Amazon. I am sure that the people that own a bunch of blockbusters really don't like Netflix. Same thing's going to be with EXP. We just know we get it. So some of the things people say is like, hey, all they're about is recruiting. No, we're about selling real estate. In fact, we are the #1 top independent closed transaction size for 2019. We're the #2 in top movers in volume. In fact, I'll post in our comments down here below. Our report just came out for 2020 as far as everything. So all of these have to be updated and everything like that. But we slammed these numbers. We are the 800-pound gorilla in the room. These are all 2019 numbers like that. We've blown all these away. And why? Again, because we're agent-centric. Agents are being attracted to us because of what we offer. It's not because we're kick-ass recruiters or anything like that. It's because what we offer makes sense if you're going to build a real estate business. If you're going to build a business, if you're going to be in this long term, if you want to have some equity at the end, if you want to build some residual income, if you want healthcare, we're your person. We're your broker you want to go with. If you're just into doing a real estate transaction or two every single year, maybe not. We may not be it, right? Or if you're just going to do this for maybe 2 or 3 years, then you're getting out of real estate, we may not be it. If you're somebody who's at the end of your real estate career or you're looking to end your real estate career, we need to talk. Like you've been doing this for a couple decades, like you're counting decades now and not years. We need to talk because here's the thing about us. With the amount of agents that you know, and with the amount of real estate knowledge that you have, we can share with the new, young, up-and-coming fire breathers out there how they can build an amazing business. A business, not a real estate job. A business where they can go on vacations. A business where they can have healthcare. A business where they can build a revenue share, a monthly reoccurring revenue stream that comes in every single month. We can help them build equity in their business, and they don't have to go get a broker's license to do it. We can show them that. And you, my friend, the realtor who's been doing this a long time like us, you got that wisdom hair up there, right? We can show that to them. And doing that, when they name you as the sponsor, it's going to be a huge benefit for you. And not only that, but your wealth of knowledge you have, you can help coach and mentor them and help them sell more houses, which improves their career And the more houses they sell, the more revenue they'll produce, which means the more money you make, right? So there's lots of different things out there. So super grateful for you taking the time out to take a look at this with me today. It's going to be recorded. I'll probably put it on my YouTube channel and stuff like that. But here's all I would tell you. All brokers out there are great. They're all working hard for you and things like that. But it makes sense to shop around on anything. If you're getting a medical opinion, right? You don't just take the first medical opinion you get on something, you shop around. You don't just go and get the first car you get, you test drive it, you look around, you shop around a little bit. The same thing should be as an agent for your broker. There are new programs coming out because of the advent of technology. There are things that are able to be done now that weren't able to be done even a few years ago that are changing things for agents for the better. And you won't know about it unless you go look. All of our communication that we have, look, it'll all be confidential. Like I said, I will open up our back office. I'll show you everything on it. Can't do it publicly because of the stuff I talked about before, but I'll show it to you. I'll show you how it started, where we went, how we got there, and how we can help you get to where you want to go and accomplish your goals. We'll show you that. If you're here in Central Ohio, next Wednesday at noon, every other Wednesday at noon, we're going to be doing these presentations on here. It'll be live on Facebook and on Zoom like this. But next Wednesday, welcome back. The mask mandate's over. We are going to have a live event at the Polaris Grill Wednesday at noon. And we're going to feed you, and we're going to show you what we've got going on. We're going to show you some numbers. I'll have the old whiteboard there. We'll be doing the grease board. We'll be doing some magic with that. And we'll get together and show you what we've got going on with that. If somebody sent this to you, so there's a lot of agents out there that may take this and forward it to you. If they sent it to you, they would be your sponsor. But I would love to talk to you on their behalf and show you everything EXP has to offer. Now, they would be your sponsor because they're the person who shared it with you. They're your friend and stuff like that. But we work together as I don't want to use the word team because we're not taking any money. We're working together as a partnership, a business partnership to help you grow your business, help you build equity in the business, help you make a reoccurring monthly revenue share stream coming in every single month to complement your business, build leverage into your business so you can take some time off. How cool would that be? Is to have your real estate career going, be making more money, but have more time off. Does that sound good? We'll show you how to get some health care. We'll show you how to generate warm inbound leads that are coming into you. We'll show you a way to get free leads where you don't have to pay anything up front to get those. We'll show you how that works. Teach you all of that and see if EXP is right for you. So thank you so much for taking the time out today with me during lunchtime on a Wednesday. Appreciate you jumping on. And look forward to talking to you. The person that forwarded this to you knows how to get a hold of me. Get a hold of them. They'll get you on my schedule. We'll get a chance to talk, see if what we have is good for you. So thank you so much for jumping on today. Have a great one.